What's going on, everybody? Welcome back from a long holiday weekend. I hope everybody had a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving. And for all of you who went out there and tried to brave the crowds on Black Friday, I hope it was worth it. You will not see me out there very often because it is too crazy for me. Alright, anyway, so with today's video really quick, we're going to talk about just kind of what it means to be a Focus owner. So normally when somebody asks you who's not a car person, what do you drive, I just leave it at a Ford Focus. Sometimes they're like, oh, I have one too and I love it, and I'm like, I have it. The RS is not just a anyway. So you try to explain to them that no, the RS is the fast one, and then they get more confused because they're like, there's a fast Ford Focus. Yeah. So, but not just for the RS, but the ST as well. Even some of my friends who are ST owners, and then having come from an ST myself, we always had the same things, and nobody knew what the different models were of the Focus. So today we're going to educate you guys really quick. If you aren't already aware, a lot of you guys are already car people that watch the channel anyway, so you guys are already aware of this, but we're going to go through it for the non-car people. So, the Ford Focus comes in basically 3 different models here. You either get it in the sedan, the hatch, or an electric model, but who really wants the electric model? Anyway, so we're really going to focus on the hatchback because all the performance models only come in a hatchback, so that would be the ST and the RS. So the hatchback here, you're really going to have 4 different types of subsets in here. First one's going to be the SE hatchback. I'm not going to go into all the details about what each one is, but really you'll see the difference here is both price and obviously what the car has. So SE is going to be the basic model for the hatchback. So it looks kind of very plain Jane. Next you're going to have the SEL. It's got a few more options. Doesn't look too aesthetically different though. Then we're going to have the titanium hatch. Now a lot of people sometimes get the titanium model confused with the highest model for the Ford Focus. Now that would be true, has the most options for a standard non-performance Ford Focus. So it does come fully loaded, I'm pretty sure, with like everything, heated seats, sunroof, all the options. But again, it's not a performance model. Disclaimer there. Alright, then what you guys are probably most familiar with is going to be the Focus ST. This is where you're going to start seeing the difference in the performance. This car is actually equipped with a 2-liter turbo motor, 6-speed manual transmission only, does not come in automatic. And if you do see this tangerine scream color here, that is unique to the ST. You will not see that on any of the other cars. And go down here. And now you're going to see the RS. Now this RS here is the 2018 limited edition one, which is why you are seeing it in red, as well as the base MSRP here of $41,000 rather than the $36,000, because this does come with a few extra options, included the limited slip differential, and it comes standard with the RS2 package, which is pretty much everything. Alright, so now focusing on the aesthetics of the car, kind of how you tell them apart when you're driving down the road. So this over here on the left side, again, is what most people are going to assume when you say you go into Ford Focus, that this is what you have. You know, people don't realize that there are this ST model as well as the RS model. So obviously if you look at them side by side, you can tell that there are definitely some differences. Most distinctly it's going to be the RS from the other two. So basically we'll start here with the basic Focus, and you're going to see that it's pretty plain Jane, as I mentioned before. Really differences between this and the ST you're going to notice, at least from the front view here, is going to be the front grille. You're going to notice here that you have this kind of thicker piece of plastic here across the front grille, where it's not as prominent here on the ST. You're going to have a bigger kind of honeycomb shape here. It kind of looks like a more frowny face. You're also going to see right here in the front grille too, this is also going to be slightly different layout. It's going to be more kind of pointed right here. Fog lights are going to be a little bit different. You're also going to see a different body trim around the bottom and around the back side, and as well you're also going to see the spoiler on the back here too, which is hard to see from this picture because, you know, I just got this online. But anyway, also you're going to see the ST logo on the front. Aha, yes, there you go. ST is a little more subtle than I think the RS when you see it, but still you should be able to tell. It's also going to have unique rims to the ST, assuming that their stock rims are still on the car. Alright, anyway, moving on to the RS. Again, comparing it to the other two, you're going to see it's a much more aggressive front of the car right here. You can see the front bumper, the whole grille is very different. This whole kind of frowny face thing here is actually not the honeycomb, but as you can see here, it's the entire little plastic bar. Fog lights are very different, and this bottom part here is wide open, and you can see the intercooler in there. Although the intercooler is black in the car, which I kind of don't necessarily care for, it is kind of nice to see that. Anyway, when you're also looking at the car, you're going to see much bigger rims than a standard Ford Focus RS. It's also probably going to sit just a little bit lower. I don't have the specifications as to how much lower the car actually sits. The car also looks more badass. You're also going to have a big spoiler on the back and a dual tip exhaust off the RS. Difference with the exhaust on the ST compared to this, though, too, is this is kind of a tiny little muffler sticking off probably on one side and doesn't look like much. The ST is going to have that center exhaust with the hexagonal tip. So again, from the rear, I don't have a picture here, which is probably a bad example, but anyway, the cars do look a little bit different. So again, we try to explain to people, you know, basically people just say it's the sporty, faster one, and people just get more confused anyway. But I thought this was a pretty good side-by-side comparison of the three different ones. So anyway, so thanks guys for listening to my little spiel today, and I appreciate it. As always, if you guys are new, please consider subscribing by clicking down below. And yeah, keep checking out the channel. So, alright, thanks guys, take it easy, and we'll see you next time. Bye.